right, guys.
Love the intro. Love the intro.
Woo.
What's up, y'all?
Not much.
Hello, hello. Oh, wait,
What's
wait,
good?
Afrizzo.
You know what? I still have Logic Pro X open, so that's why it sounds so echoed.
Oh, okay.
That's
Has
funny.
someone got a bird?
Yeah, that's me.
Yep, that is it.
Yep.
That's no saying. I mean, that's motherfucking Afro.
Yep.
Oh, so is it cool? Is it cool that I stream this on Twitch?
Like, what part are you streaming, bro?
Just the whole thing, or is it? If it's not, I don't have to. I just wanted to ask.
No, the thing is I'm putting it on YouTube, and on YouTube there's
Gotcha. Okay.
There's a thing where with Twitch affiliate, if you got that, you can't put the same video up on two streaming platforms.
Gotcha. Okay, no, yeah.
So I mean, if you did your
fine.
cam or something like that and wanted to stream it like that, or a different view, or put your logo, maybe, I don't know, it might change it up a little bit. That might work.
True. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Honestly, I think could probably just do just to show me like a just chatting.
Yeah. And then all of our audio, that'll probably be okay.
Yeah, cool, just the audio's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. That's awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
So, guys, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. This has been a long time coming, bro. This has been a long time coming.
We get a little StakksAG, know what I'm saying, project, man.
Oh, of course. And then we got Afrizzo over here. Wait.
Yeah. Afrizzo coming up over there.
Yep.
There he is.
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
Can't see him.
Right?
Yeah, no, I don't have a face cam for my streams. Yeah, I'm waiting till I get a different setup and I move out and shit. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Right here is where I'd probably put an intro advertisement. So if we had any advertisers out there, we'll be popping an advertisement.
True.
This show is brought to you by whomever cola I'm drinking.
Right.
Yeah.
For real. I'm drinking water, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody's drinking my water.
That's right.
This stream is brought to you by, know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sponsors, everybody else that pitched in.
Right.
All right. So, I guess we'll get into talking with Afrizzo about your Twitch streaming, man. So what got you started in Twitch streaming?
What got me started? I mean,
and how long you been doing it? We'll do two.
I've been doing it for the past year. It's been on and off.
Okay.
But I mean, I kind of wanted to just try and make some money off of it at first, but then it kind of brought into this whole big idea of like everything I want to do with like culinary, content creation, gaming, and it's just a good start for me right now to kind of build a base. So when I do like, move out and, go full throttle with it, then I have a little bit of a base to kind of go off of.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to be moving out of the woods, with your dove in the background.
Yeah, right,
bro.
No, you're good, man. You're good, man. I just had to throw that joke in there. I knew what bird it was. My uncle used to have two of them in his bathroom, and it was funny because every single time he peed, they'd laugh at you.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Every time in the Xbox party, man, you hear that dove, everybody goes crazy, dude.
That's hilarious.
Everybody's like, "What am I hearing?" It's so funny.
Yeah,
so the dove's just chilling in the room with you right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's a part of my streams. I'm trying to put him in my new logo that I want to get soon.
Okay.
I want to get, have him kind of be like a staple in my streams because he's always in the background.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's cool.
That'd be
Have a
sick.
sound alert on your stream or something with the dove going, making noise.
Hey, once you get it all hooked up, you can have like a I don't know what your bird's name is, but you can have a cam for him also. You can just switch it back and forth.
Yeah, it's just Birdie. It's just straight up Birdie. For 11 years. That's his bet. Yep.
Just birdie cam. That's all you gotta have.
That's right. That's cool. Our lizard is called Lizzie. It's a bearded dragon. She's cool, but it's a pretty same name.
But yeah, you said you've been doing it for a couple of years. You're just starting to start it up, and then like get your feet settled, and then trying to move on from that.
Yeah. So my plan is right now I'm doing just strictly gaming content. And eventually once I move out and I get like my own kitchen, because I'm going to culinary school soon.
Okay, you're going to culinary school? Okay.
Yeah. But once I go to culinary school and do that for 2 years, I'm gonna plan out to try and move out to Cali, where Stacks is. And yeah, and be around him.
Have you just so you pretty much just been doing video game streams, correct?
Yeah,
you haven't done any culinary or anything like that?
Nah. I live in the hood, so like my setup is horrible. Like that, it's.
Hey man, I've seen some good cooking come out of the hood, man.
I'm saying that's true.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
as far as you go to the liquor store in the hood, they have the old man out front with the grill making barbecue. The best barbecue you ever had in your life. Come on now.
Right.
Yeah, word, honestly.
But I understand what you're saying, because I've had some moments where like I would like to try to cook myself, and I'm like, dude, that was a great idea. It came out bomb. I need to make it like $1 million sandwich. Somebody's gonna make money off of it. But then it's just like I look at my setup. I understand what you're saying. You know, I need to redo the floors. Everything's a little outdated. Everybody be like, you live in a raggedy house.
Yeah, word. Like I'd rather
whatever.
I'd rather have my first thing being a nice, setup. That's why, I'm waiting to do the face cam and all that good stuff. Waiting till I move out and
just to have everything.
Yeah, just to have everything. And so when I do finally get into it, I look somewhat professional.
Right. You just need to make those. The plates, and just keep sending it to Gordon Ramsay or something, like, rate this.
Yeah,
he does that all the time.
Tag Gordon Ramsay like 16 times in each post. He's gonna see it.
Because sooner or later he'll see it, and then he'll be like, "Oh, it looks like a pile of shit or whatever."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it's cool because there's also homie Nate God, OG Nate God. He's like a part of AG as well. And he also cooks, and he's actually been a chef for a long time. And him and Fro always go at it in the Xbox parties and stuff, just talking about culinary stuff. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna eat it.
There you go.
Hands down.
I'm gonna be there because I don't cook that well. So.
I understand what you're saying. I drive 450 miles to get Mama's cooking once in a great while.
I'll
drive to Cali if you guys have some stuff
to
that's slapping.
I'll
go to Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We're all heading out there. We'll go get some Afrizzo cooking.
Yeah.
We need to.
What's on? What's on, man?
Hey, we can do it. We can do the rolling podcast. We can get a nice truck. We can roll down there. Hit up all the different spots.
Right.
Manifesting that one.
Honestly,
here we go.
Sick, for real.
Yeah. I was talking with that Nate guy dude, and my plan was when I do move out there and I have a good amount of money saved up, maybe 5 years in the future, maybe try to start my own food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once I do that, it'll be more easier because I plan on when they have their Astro Fests, me and Nate God could cater that. Yeah.
Dude, catering, honestly, that's where you kind of make the money at.
Yeah.
So, like, you can have a restaurant, you can have those different things, but catering, when you have those big venues, because people charge hella money for that.
Yeah, honestly,
You're feeding a couple hundred people in, a couple hours, and you make a couple grand. That's
literally.
Especially hanging out, with some people over at the Astro Festival, getting hungry.
Exactly, right?
Burning out that energy, dancing and all that. They got to go in there and get their snack on.
We've definitely sold just like stuff my brother makes at the kitchen, and we definitely sold those and made like surprisingly amount of money. I'm like, what? Like, because we're going over the split out the door, but then he's like, wait, we made this extra just from the food? Like, bro, imagine, that's a whole nother like type of area of like revenue you could add to your thing. So it's pretty cool that he has that vision.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
And when I get that food truck, I could just pull my food truck up to the venue, and then that's it.
It's over. It's over. That is so sick. And like that's possible too. It's crazy how possible that is. Like it's literally possible. Like people do that all the time.
Oh, for sure. The food trucks aren't around because they aren't profitable. You know, they make money. So, you know, getting that food truck, doing that cooking, and that's cool. You know, that's like a portable kitchen. You just go around and,
for reals,
you know, make your stuff and run and do stuff. That's cool.
Imagine you have like 2-3 people, you know what I'm saying, running that truck. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a whole staff for a food truck, you know, like I feel like that's pretty cool. It's pretty
Probably just being me and Nate God.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah,
like,
man, you got a team.
For real. True. And I'll just be there, you know, sampling all the food.
You see.
Oh
my God.
Okay. NG Frost Hydra says, make the bird a channel reward for those are pretty popular.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I gotta work on that. Like I'm working on getting my affiliate right now. I'm like, I just need days.
He's almost
there. I'm like I'm one off from getting my affiliate. So once I get my affiliate, I'll just like take a day out and like try to work on like all the knick-knacks in my stream, like how Stacks has like no, I have overlays already, but like Stacks has like the little things, the rewards and shit you can get.
Channel points,
channel points, all that kind of stuff. I need to set up. Gotta figure that out because I want to do what he does and has like the push-ups and sit-ups. Like if I lose a game or some shit, I'll like do like 10 push-ups or whatever, like whatever people get, all that kind of stuff.
One thing that helps, I find, for doing stuff like that and getting that set up, you know, you're talking about doing it, and it's not too tough to get some of that stuff going. Start writing it down. If you have an idea for it, write it down. And then when you get to the computer or wherever you get to modify, maybe look into it for a couple minutes, spend 5-10 minutes and do a little research every now and again. You start going on there and you start getting it, you start building it slowly. You're like, holy cow, I got this whole big thing. You know, that's kind of how I started. I had my 480p camera, you know, just a blank wall behind me, you know, and just up there doing it. Stack saw it. We were out there a year and a half ago doing the grind, brother.
For real,
Stack's out here every day rolling it.
Dude, I remember when I was streaming straight from my Xbox, I had like the light stream is like a third party.
Yup. That's how I started. Let's go.
Dude, it was crazy. Now, I mean, I didn't upgrade too far from that, but at least I'm using Streamlabs and stuff like that now and doing stuff better. But yeah, that is true.
You hear the bird laughing in the back?
The bird. The bird.
Listen. That brought me back to my childhood, bro. Going up to my Uncle John's house, and as soon as you start peeing, it laughs, bro, just like that, dude.
That is hilarious.
You just hear my uncle, he's laughing at your pecker. Bro, that brought back childhood memories. That was a good one, man. That was a good one.
Hey, man, that's the homie Birdie. That is the homie
That's
Birdie.
Birdie, son. That's Birdie.
I can't wait to meet Birdie. I better meet Birdie.
Dude, you can have that as your logo on the side of your car.
That would be sick.
This ain't the normal bird shit.
That would be cool. That would be different. That would be different. That would actually be cool.
And then you call it slapping sandwiches or something.
Dude, that would be something like that. Yeah, that would be sick.
Oh, man.
That would be sick.
Man. Dude, it's a great outlook on everything. I'll give you mad props. I used to own a pizzeria with my family, you know, so just I'm just gonna give you a heads up. Me personally, just because of the things that I've went through. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna have partners. Try to do 50% or 51%, and if you don't at least try to meet even, then I probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
because if you get into something like you invest money with, say like. You invest money with Stacks. I'm not saying Stacks is a bad guy, but you invest money with Stacks and you put decent money down, and then he's like, hey, we're having a 60-40 split. He still owns the company. He can do whatever the hell he wants, and it doesn't really matter. Like, he can buy your 40% out, but like he can spend money, and it doesn't really matter.
Oh, that's true.
So that's I'm just saying personally, just it cost me. It was a pretty penny lesson, but just try to at least do it like 50-50. Or if there's 3 partners, split it everything evenly. Try it.
That's cool. And that's cool.
Because it can be your best friend for years or a family member, and it can get a little hasty. Once you start putting money in with relationships, everything goes bad.
Yeah, honestly.
Yep. And that's really, really good advice is that for starting your business and things like that. So listening to people that have had pitfalls in a similar situation is definitely something to keep in mind. So thank you for bringing that, Goofy, for sure.
Hey man, I'm looking out for everybody. The small entrepreneurs and different things like that. We're all small streamers. We're not making buku bucks. We're not doing anything big. Stuff like that. We're starting off a brand new podcast. We're coming from zero. So it's something like that. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. But like something like that, if I had a similar situation or something that I've seen happen to me or something like that, I will give the advice. I'm not gonna say the other person, like you might know him personally and best friend, and he won't do anything. Period. End of story. You can, if that's what you trust, you trust. But at the end of the day, when it starts to come to business and money, always look after number one.
Right. Honestly. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I've been through a lot of life. I'm about to turn, like, I think 19 in 2 weeks.
Oh, a lot of life. Yeah, 19. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but now, like, I've been through it, man. I know. 19 years nowadays, a lot of people go through a lot of different things.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely.
So I've seen it all. I know what life and people have to offer. So I'm very cautious with what I go into, and I make sure everything I go into is solid before, I actually, take action on it.
Yep, 1,000%.
We're talking about how we're just starting out. We're all amateurs and stuff like that. And with your Twitch stream that you got going on, Afrizzo, how close are you right now to affiliate?
Oh, man, I just need 7 days. I'm 4 out of 7 days right now, man. 3 more days and I'm affiliate.
Damn, okay, you're
got
really
the hardest part out the way.
Yeah, I'm literally, one more thing and I'm done. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just need to stream the next 3 days and then I'm good.
Nice. You got your viewer count up and everything like that?
Yeah, I've been getting the last stream I did yesterday. The first stream I did after not streaming for months because my headset was broken. The first stream I did, I got like 30-something views.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Rocket League. I'm a Rocket League player.
This man's a beast.
Yeah, I played Rocket League semi-professionally for the past like 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of hours in that game. I'm not gonna say how many hours because it's a little sad, but I have a lot of hours.
No, I don't know I don't know. We'd probably be close. I've got probably a lot. I don't know.
Honestly,
I've had the most out of anybody I know anyway.
Yes, wow. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. I'm friends with like 50 people on Rocket League. Gnome is number one throughout everything, and I know people that are better than Gnome that still haven't even reached the shit he's reached. So I'm like, all right, cool. Man, all right. Like, no offense to Gnome, but we have some like Grand Champ friends and shit like that, and stuff like that. And we're not that level.
No, but I'm sitting here mid-diamond.
Yeah,
300 hours.
He's literally looking it up right now.
No, I didn't have to look it up, dude. I knew it's about 5,300.
Memorized it. That's great. That's great.
I think I'm Diamond 3, Div like 4, something like that, and I forget how many days I've had. Because I started off on Xbox. I think 2 years ago? Yeah, I've been streaming. So 2 years ago. So I started that up 2 years ago. And when I switched and bought the computer, what do you call it? I guess I couldn't put my stuff over, so I had to start off over again. And that was probably, I'd say, about a year and a half ago. So that's nice. I mean, that's my number one game to go to. I'm like mad, sad, angry, dude. You can play that game. It's because guess what? 6 minutes later, you're back up, and then you're like, all right. You get mercied like 8-0, and then you go like 10-0 to the other team. It's just like, all right, now I feel better. I wasn't trash this game.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky because when I first started playing the game 7 years ago, I came across this guy who was like GC, and on Xbox, everybody who was GC and on the leaderboards knew each other. Like they all knew each other. It was like a small little community. And I ended up joining those guys, and I wasn't there in rank at all. But I mean, it would be funny being in those private matches, scrimming together and doing like a whole bunch of stupid shit. And some of the guys, one of them, Novel, he created his own mechanic that's like known like worldwide. It's like the ceiling dash. He's like in talk for being one of the best freestylers in the world. And I used to play with him. It's like
you're over there doing bunny hops, and this guy's doing 360.
Yeah, he's like no scopes. It's like, all right, bro, we get it. But yeah,
I wish I was good at that game.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest games to get good at.
It is, bro. I play that like occasionally. And I'm just like, man, the skill gap is just apparent. I'm like,
well, I'll tell you this. The one thing that's bad is like, say if you wanted to play, right? Mm-hmm. Even with all three of us, I don't know what rank you were or have been or what have you.
Probably
but say like you play with like bronze or silver, okay? So then you play with us. You're playing guys that are 3-4 leagues in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's so either it's like you're sitting in goal, or they just tell you to go for it, and if you hit it, you hit it.
That's true. Yeah.
So you're going up against guys way out of your league. So then to me that seems to like maybe bring it down.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you're like, oh, I suck at this game. These guys are doing these things. I can't even hit the ball. Like I don't want to play this game.
That's
usually like if I'm like in a lower rank, not by choice, but like if it just happens and I'm like trying to get back up to my rank and they lose like really badly, I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. I'm like, GC2, don't worry about how bad you lost, bro.
Yeah.
It's like my hours is in like the high double digits. It's like, you know, like I think close to 19K hours, 19,000 hours, something like that. Okay. I have enough hours to be a professional Rocket League player.
Right.
Well, if you've been playing it for 7 years, I can see that definitely. You know?
Yeah. But like, I don't know, man. I'm just like, Rocket League is getting a little old. I mean, I tried to do the competitive Rocket League team for my school, but like they were really bad. And like the first day I was there, I was trying to practice with them, and I was literally 1v3ing them, and I slaughtered them. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? So I didn't wind up doing all that. I just kind of stuck to my own thing. But now, you know, I'm trying to sway off a Rocket League, and I'm trying to do a bunch of different games, but I need more people in my stream to give me more suggestions on what to play, you know, because sometimes I stream Apex. So I was streaming Valorant yesterday. I could try to stream some Overwatch, but I need more people for that. I'm just trying to, because I'm just starting out, so it's like, you know, hard to get more people to play with and, you know, create more content with. So if it's just me, it's like, damn, you know, like, what do I do? The only thing I'm really, you know, good at, and like, the only thing I'm really good at and that is entertaining is like either Rocket League or Valorant, and that's really about it.
Right.
But I really want to try to expand and play a bunch of different games and, you know, have a whole variety of shit to do.
Yeah. I would say, dude, find like some old game that like you remember playing and it was awesome, and just stream that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Once you get into like the different things, like even though like you got like 80 something people watching you on Rocket League, and then you go to Valorant and you get like 10, and then you go to this game, you get different ones. Once you're hitting those like higher end games that everybody streams, like it's very hard to actually make yourself known with that, unless you're doing like YouTube and like TikTok or something like that, where you can hit different platforms.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you're doing something like that, dude, it's kind of actually very hard to actually do something like that. I mean, you can stream multiple games like that, like you have. But I know a buddy of mine. He's he's a decent streamer. He's not like top tier, but he's a very good streamer. He averages like, I think it's like 200, maybe 300 people or something like that. But if he switched to a different game, then he's down to like 80.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a very entertaining fella. Like you can sit there and talk to him, and he's very entertaining. He does a lot of goofy things. There's a lot of different cool stuff that on his stream. But that's over the years and stuff like that. But he's very entertaining. But it was just that game. I guess people wanted to watch him play just that instead of a different game.
Right.
That's the hard part about it too. Is like getting into that rut of one game. Like I've been Rocket League streaming for a year and a half, and I'm kind of stuck in there. I play some other games, but usually when I play my other games, I get half or less of the people that are viewing, and I don't feel like playing the other games because I don't have the viewers. But that's the downside too. Is The people know me just for Rocket League streamer. So if I played all kinds of different games, they'd know me for all time different kind of variety. So I'd be more attracting that type of people to my stream as if I had a variety of games. A couple things that you could maybe do is if you had a set schedule that might help. The other thing too is trying to develop and build a community. If you get your Discord set up and rock out a community, especially if you're a variety stream gamer, those are some things that can help grow and get more of a turnout for variety games. Rocket League's not too bad of a game as far as the number of people that are playing it and the people that are viewing it. It has a pretty good audience. If you start getting a few, you can get up there. It's not bad. If you're playing like a big game like Valorant, it might be so hard to get discovered because there's even more people watching those games, and you're down at the very bottom with like 1 or 2 people down there, and like there's thousands of you guys out there streaming. To what Goofy's saying too is those off games. If you have an old school off game, there might be 5 people streaming it, and someone's like, "Oh crap, that game looks cool. Let's check him out," or something. You might pick up a bunch of people that way too. I'm going to read what Official Mayhem has to say if you guys got anything to add. Official Mayhem is another guy that's got a good community going. We met through the podcast a little while ago, but I'm going to bring this up and read it and just see what we got here. So Official Mayhem says, a big issue I have is looking at all my games and thinking nothing to stream, like looking in a fridge and thinking nothing to eat, even when the fridge is full. This is a sign of being burned out, no motivation. So so at that point, might be pick something and have fun with it, kind of to Goofy's point.
No, that's true. Definitely true. Man, I do. I have the same problem. I mean, I sometimes don't know what. I mean, Fro knows this. I don't know to stream most times. I stream.
Word.
But I feel like a big part of my community revolves around my personality. So I like Marvel. I like Star Wars. I like sports. So when I just stream whatever I like to do, and I feel like building your community, and like you said, Goofy, if you're doing these other platforms like TikTok and other stuff, people also get looked at on that. Like say Apex is a huge game to play, and and Nate God, OG Nate God again, he has a really big standing on TikTok, not really big, but big enough to be like, cool, he's pretty doing on TikTok, and he pretty much streams like whatever he wants to stream, but most people, he always tells me that come in for his Apex stream just because he's known for that. I feel like that's what I try to do. I mean, at first I wasn't trying to be a variety streamer. I just kind of streamed whatever I like, but then I was like, I guess that's what a variety streamer is. Right. So a lot of people that come in now are just like, hey, like, what are you playing? Or play this. Like, I feel like because and especially Fro, because you're just getting affiliate, like, stream what you like to stream, you know what I mean? Because like all those credentials you have in Rocket League are gonna be what people want to see. Sometimes they'll come in and be like, "Oh snap, this guy!" If that's going ham, like, what I'm saying, like that. And so I feel like it really comes down to like your personality being in your streams. You know what I mean? Like, and that's when people are gonna start using those channel points and be like, "Oh, cool, what is this dude doing next within say Rocket League or within say like cooking?" You know what I mean? Like, just like whatever. Like whatever you know what I mean, it's fun to you because it's gonna be fun to the viewers, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, like when when I finally move out and take off, my whole variety of content is just gonna freaking blast off, like, honestly.
And that's cool that that's cool that that's gonna happen because that's how it always happens. Like have a vision, execute it, and then you kind of just try to be consistent with it.
Where like not only would I do gaming streams and posting like gaming TikToks and all that kind of stuff, but I would also want to create a YouTube channel and do gaming and cooking streams and do the same thing on Twitch and do all that kind of other stuff. So like my whole variety would just like expand, and that's why I'm streaming just gaming now, because when I get set up and I'm already gone, I'll have that and be like, I'll have that. And then like, I'll be like, oh, I'm a cook, blah, blah, blah. I also have a second account for like my recipes and like cooking videos. And then I'll do cooking streams every now and again and all that kind of stuff.
No, right.
So,
for sure. Awesome, man. It's crazy. You only got 3 days left to affiliate because you already got that average out the way. That was the hardest part for me to get affiliate.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the hardest. I was like, how can I average 3 people? This is insane. Like, I'm looking at 7 viewers and I come back to my email. It says 2.5. I'm like, how in the world?
Yeah, word. Honestly,
what?
Same.
So you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, like I literally when I first started, like for months, it was taking me months to try and get an affiliate, and then I stopped, and all my stats reset, and then literally just over the weekend. I didn't go to my senior prom or nothing, no senior vacation. I just stayed home. I was like, you know what? Got out, got a headset, and I streamed the first day, and then literally over the weekend, over the span of like 3 or 4 days, I am almost affiliate. From what took me months, it's taking me like, just straight up 7 days.
Yeah, man. Hey.
That's the thing with getting affiliate too, is it could be just that. And if you get set up right and have a few people following you, like it's only 3, and that sounds like not that much, and it kind of isn't, but not if you're out there without a plan and you're the one guy out there streaming for 8 hours to nobody, and waiting for a couple people, and you'll get a couple people, you get a couple people, but those 8 hours that you're on with one person is hard. If you can get a few people on and pop off some good few 2-3 hour streams with at least 3 viewers, then run it, especially just starting out. If you got nobody and streaming to a crowd, it depends what your goals are too. If you're trying to get affiliate right away, then it might be something time to like check off the stream and be like, all right, we'll just shut it down and I'll try again tomorrow. But if you want to stay out there, if you're not going to be discovered if you're not streaming though, on the other hand too, so people won't see that stuff. It just depends what your goals are, how quick you want to get to affiliate.
Yeah, so just like last night, I mean, I streamed for like 6 hours straight, so I'm just, trying to, I'm just doing it just to do it. If people want to come in, hang out, then that's cool. It's always good to get people in. I just need more people to get in my comment section a little bit more so I could actually start conversating with people.
Yep.
Mayhem. Scott in here, he says, set reasonable goals. Don't take on too much or you burn yourself out and produce mediocre content. Better to be great at 1 or 2 things than mediocre at many.
That is a fact. Yeah, super fact.
Yep, and that's the thing too with those long streams too. If you're trying to get people and viewers, and you're not, in it, if that's what your struggle is to get viewers, then you might not be having fun playing the game, and then you might not be interesting, and that'll come across as like I don't know, just. Someone's like, all right, well, I guess I don't want to stick around this guy. But if you're just laughing and having fun, I'll talk to myself when I'm playing Rocket League, man. I'll just be sitting there and just, all right, well, what we're going to talk about now is, if no one's on, I'll just start talking about shit just to keep the dialogue going. But the other thing too is when people pop in, I want to be able and make that aware, like as soon as I can, be like, hey, yo, thanks for popping in. I'm busy now. I'll catch you in a couple minutes when it's a break or something, because that'll help retain people too that are there. They'll stay maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah. Like honestly, when I found Valorant, because I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just play Valorant by myself.
Yeah. Even
though I suck at it, and I suck at mouse and keyboard, and I played it on my stream, and it's like the game chat in there is nuts. Like it's just I got hit with the sustenance. Like Stacks knows I got hit with the sustenance. It was crazy. Wild, they were saying some wild shit in there. I was like, yo.
Chat too. I feel like a lot of people like listening to like whatever chat you're in. Like I'm always in the Xbox party chat with like all of the friends that whatever, regardless of their playing. Just try to listen to our conversation. Sometimes it's just funny to hear what other people are talking about, because then it's like especially as we're always talking about, so either something random or something funny or just something random. Like
that's why I'm trying to get more people, man, because it creates more monotony. It creates more, more moments to kind of feed, more energies to feed off of, and it creates a better time. Because that's what I always looked for when I was watching YouTubers. It felt like I was like, I was there, hanging out with them, shooting the shit, cracking jokes and having a good ass time and laughing.
Absolutely.
Laughing till I can't breathe.
Facts, dude. Oh man, it's so fun, dude. That's fun.
Once you play with friends, dude, it's totally different. Like I work midnight, so like I normally sleep during the day while everybody's at work, and then when I wake up to go to work, everybody's up playing or whatever.
Yeah.
So like you kind of lose touch with a couple friends here and there, and it kind of stinks. Or you do what I do now. I try to go to sleep and then be up a little bit earlier. Fall asleep earlier, go to bed, or wake up earlier. So like I could do things like this, hang out for a couple hours before work, and then go to work and do it, or something like that.
Yeah,
get to play with those friends.
That's good, definitely.
That's because it makes, like you guys said, it makes way better. It makes way better content and all that other stuff. Like when you're sitting there hanging out with your friends, talking bullshit and stuff like that.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I mean,
it makes everything way better.
The content creators I really looked at for that were Grizzy, Smitty, a bunch of those guys, Soup, like
they're all so
those
funny.
guys.
Oh, those guys crack me up, man. Those guys,
especially with the siege moments that they do, and like all that
like
kind
the
of
little
stuff.
girl thing. The girl comes in, they're all over hovering on things.
Yeah. Like that's the kind of content I want to do. I want to make people laugh,
man. I almost went out and bought a nut button. Like,
I want to try. I want to try and get a soundboard soon. That's what I want to try and get.
I have a stream deck. I do have some things that are programmed. Like when you get free goals, I have free pizza. So like I hit the button for it, and it says pizza on there.
Yeah.
But like I want to get one where you can do your own custom ones, like you're saying. Like I can get those like different voices or different things on there, so like it makes that a little bit better. So I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Those little things, like when you watch Dr. Disrespect, everybody likes him.
Exactly.
He's a very funny guy, but then he has those different things, and he has different sounds and cool stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. That guy probably has 4 freaking stream decks.
He walks to a different room. It's a whole nother room. Like, that's definitely huge. My roommate Bolt Guns, he actually has like a little stream deck, so he'll be in the Xbox party, and he's just like, that's kind of like our content as like,
what do you think you are?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
random,
anything like that just ups that level of like, oh, I want to see this. I want to laugh. I want to hear what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just so random and out of nowhere. And like if you're new, you don't expect it, so it just catches you off guard, and it's really funny. Like, honestly, that's I mean. That's why I cannot wait until I'm done with culinary school, get my associates for 2 years, and then I move out to where they are, because then it'll we'll be able to collab in person and do a bunch of different kind of stuff. Yeah,
you're on the same clock too. I'm all
the way in Jersey, like right next to New York City, and then he's in freaking the beach.
Totally across the country, coast to coast, literally. Crazy. That's funny.
Crazy. We got this far.
We got this far. Do you have you started school, or do you have a date?
I start August 31st.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's
the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. I mean, honestly, I'm just ready to move on from high school and start my whole new culinary life.
That's a good plan. Hopefully you can stick to it. That's a good plan, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know this. After the 2 years, you better stop here in Michigan and come see us, make us some bomb-ass food before you're on the other side of the country.
Right. We're going to have an Afrizzo in Michigan. Putting that manifesto.
That'd be sweet. Is it a tour? Do you go around and do you travel with
we can't. So it's gonna be like that eventually. What we're gonna do first is like a little California tour with it. So like it'll have different artists.
Before we get to that, let's roll back a little bit with
exactly.
Astrofest. Okay, so we'll kind of point at Stacks for a little bit for the interviewing here. So let's start. What is Astrofest? Do you need to tell us where it came from, like how it began? Like tell us the story of Astrofest,
sure,
like the best you can tell it. I want to hear the story,
dude. So
from the man.
Astrofest, it has a long story. Sorry, are we ready for? Just because it didn't originate as a festival. So what it is Astro Festival, and what it originated from was our music group. So our music group was named Astro Gang. First it was named Astro Brothers, but we just Astral is what we like kind of branded. And basically it was me, my brother, and then it was a few other people, but me and my brother pretty much when I was in high school, I was doing shows out in LA. And during that time, I got a lot affiliated with a lot of people out in LA. I was pretty much killing shows. Like they're like, man,
what kind of shows were you doing?
So hip hop shows. So I'm a hip hop artist. I rap. This is so you can see the mic. Like this is a whole studio setup that I have. I've been doing music literally since I was in middle school, just kind of writing music. It wasn't until high school I actually started recording music. But as I was doing that, my brother is like, he's 29. So he's been doing music way before me. So he has a whole story about him and doing music with other people, them fall out. He found some new people. But basically I started rapping with him when he met the people in LA. So the people in LA they're called Pack Music. And I don't know if you know Top Dog Entertainment, that whole record label that Kendrick Lamar is a part of, SZA, Schoolboy Q. Yeah, so TDE is a record label that also hosts an artist called Ab-Soul. I don't know if you ever heard of Ab-Soul. But Ab-Soul has pretty much a record label under him called Pack Music. And we actually opened up for Ab-Soul and a few other TDE artists sometimes. And so that's where we met these people.
Oh, yeah.
And they've known us as Astro Gang. They've known us as, me, my brother. They've known that we've, have this Astro Gang, Astro, thing.
Right.
And so the first Astro Fest actually came from an idea of just because our Astro Gang got so big, because we started forming like people that made beats, people that knew how to cook, people that could dance, people that could beatbox, people that whatever talent you had, we were like, hey, why don't we just display whatever, displaying talents. And so it literally started in our own house. Like on our own, we had an Astro Fest in our own house, not this house, but it was another house in Vista that we had. And it was right low key when it started popping off is around the time I started streaming. So I think you know what I'm saying, you knew me during the time of that actually becoming into like flourishing, because in our old house we had a few artists come in and just kind of like bunker down and make music with us. And we didn't, there was a lot of stuff that also, got messed up with that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, it's typical music industry fallouts, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, and it never, luckily I can say it never really happened ever to be a bad situation, because, those situations can get pretty bad, but we kind of just ended off on like, this is our art. We love doing music. Whoever wants to do music with us, just can do music with us. And a lot of people just had their own motives and just like, I want to do this other than that. And we're like, okay, that's fine. That's pretty much how all the conversations went. So Astrofest pretty much came from us trying to find talent and say, hey, if we could find a venue, we can bring this to that venue. And it started off with me and my brother just kind of performing in front of like 15 people. It was pretty much just like that. And then so when we started making music and music videos and stuff with Pack Music, Yoshi Vintage is an artist from Pack Music. She's awesome. She's cool. She has like pink hair. She has the whole aesthetic of like the cool rapper, you know what I'm saying? They're actually beginning to be family. And so now what has happened is we actually are in contact with a lot of their managers, a lot of ex-TDE security guards that are doing, that have their own labels and stuff like that. And they took that and they were like, hey, you're doing Astro Festival, we can just make this a whole thing. So now every time we do Astro Festivals, we have people from there too, from Pack Music, and then we have other people from like Arizona come out, just because they're also a part of, they're in that coalition like that we kind of created when I was like a little, when I was in high school. They've known us.
So the whole networking community. Yeah,
definitely that. And a lot of it involves artists. A lot of artists are part of it. Producers and stuff like that. But Astrofest is actually definitely in a visionary perspective bigger than that. We want to have, comedians. Like I know a comedian that wants to perform at the next Astro Festival. I'm trying to, get that situated.
Okay.
Just anyone that's doing anything, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that has, that wants to be a part of it, and just in either come have a good time or be a part of it, whatever. But yeah. So, and then what I was saying too, that's kind of how it started, and what our visionary and goal is pretty much is because we have somebody, the homie Jasper, Jasper the Scary Ghost. He's like Absol's right hand man. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that takes the videos. He's the one that does a lot of the a lot of the production and a lot of their stuff. And he actually went on tour with Absol, so that's why he's confident in doing like a little tour with us, because he's like, hey, like I've seen Astrofest, I know you guys, like, you know what I mean? He's like a brother to me, so he wants to take that on tour and do a little California tour, just like on different venues, not like, coast to coast, but you know what I mean? Just like whatever venues we find up and down, North County or Sacramento, stuff like that. And then pretty much after that branch out, try to go to different places, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much how it started, because it was really just me and my brother having a goal and just kind of being like, hey, like, we can do more than music, you know what I'm saying? But music has always been our goal, but that's where Astro Festival started.
So how big are the festivals now? Like, what's your turnout?
So the last Astro Festival we had was actually at my friend StakksAG. He's actually part of AG too. Him and his family have a shop downtown Oceanside, and so we actually did it at a shop, and we had like 300 people turn out. It was just because it got people from like a Snapchat community.
Yeah.
There might have been more. It was just like a sent out, like people come pulling up to a party type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they had the crate challenge there. The crate challenge where you gotta step on, try to get to the top and step down.
Yeah, you do one crate, two crate, three crate.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. And it was mayhem. It was total mayhem. But it was cool though. I mean, it was just cool to see that the turnout, just because, and we've had like 150 people in this place. There's another place venue that we actually host Astrofest as, called FTG. Find that good. It's basically just like a little venue, but it's an inside venue, and they holds like 150 to 200 people, and we pack that place out pretty much every time we have that. And we've had like 3. Okay. So we're just slowly but surely trying to get that situated, just because there's also a lot of other connections with other people, you know what I mean, to branch out and make it bigger.
It's a lot of collaboration. That's for sure. 100%. Getting that many people involved, that's a big effort.
Yes.
That's why I know, getting a hold of you sometimes, it's like, my man's busy.
I know. I'm trying so hard to keep up. And what's crazy is that I need to start checking my Discord messages. I feel like my Discord messages stay right here on this computer. Yeah. But I just never check them on anything else. But
you're a bum for that, bro. That's why I always have to text you on your phone, bro.
Exactly. My phone is like, where is the reach? But no, I'm just trying to do a whole bunch of stuff, because
so the Astro Festival, dude. How many have you had in total?
In a total, I would say, so there was a gap where we didn't have a lot of Astro Festivals. So before that gap, we probably had a good 8.
Okay.
Maybe 6 or 8. There was actually a thing that happened. We went to Vegas, and we were supposed to have 2 Astro Festivals, but then we ended up not having any there. We just went on like a little radio station. So it was the whole bunch of thing. It was the whole thing there. But probably 6. So then after that one, we did the last 4. It's probably 10 in total. 10, 15 maybe. Might be shooting, but it's definitely been something. You know what I mean? We definitely turned it into something.
Is it something you're doing more of now? Like, it's getting more frequent? How often are these festivals?
So boom, actually recently, a few months ago, DJ, the homie that we're actually doing the coalition with, he literally hits me up. He's like, hey, are you doing any more Astro Festivals? Because I have the perfect venue. And so I was like, boom. So now within the next 2 months, we should have our next Astro Festival. But it just, from that, I think from that venue, it's going to be pretty consistent, just because we're not third partying. Now it's like the Pack Music has their own venue, So I think that's going to be cool.
Yeah, big boom,
Exactly.
Yep.
I actually got to see an Astro Festival out here in Detroit, And that was because Stacks had it live on his camera.
Yes, sir.
On his phone. And dude, I gotta tell you, that was one of the coolest like Twitch experiences I had. I'm a new amateur. I don't know how long you were streaming for, but I was like popping in and you're like asking about Astro Festival. I'm like, what's Astro Festival? He's like, dude, this is the thing I'm having live. I'm like, you streaming it? He's like, I'm gonna try. I'll put it on my phone. So, dude, and he did. I was like, that I'm there. So me, Afro Samurai, I don't know who else was there, but there was like a few of us were all. I wish you had more of a turnout because that was live, dude. That was a lot of fun.
Definitely. And I
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, bro. And that's definitely a thing that I definitely want to do better of is filming Astro Festivals. I mean, like streaming Astro Festivals is like amazing, and just being able to have all that either footage or just like having people want to be there. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole first thing because I brought it up to me, my brother, and other dude we were working with. I brought it up to them like we should stream a lot of that, and a lot of in the beginning we didn't have a lot of like stream things, and I wish I just streamed it off my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like thing in the future, but it was just more so we were just trying to be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of in the moment, but I realized, and especially after when I did that Twitch stream, that was cool because I reposted it, and a lot of people, I actually got a good amount of people just like, hey, like when are you doing like other viewers like from other games? You know what I mean? Just be like, what was that, dude? Like that's cool. Like you do music, and so that's definitely one thing I want to start doing a lot more of a streaming Astro Festival. So.
Yeah, because that's really cool. That's one aspect that you don't get to see a whole lot in your game streams.
Most definitely.
It's like your creativity, your music side, going out there and presenting that. And I thought that was really awesome. And that might be something to bring to the Astro Festival too, is you've got all these creative talents in there. Get a good creative media talent in there that's good for doing the video editing, doing the cutting, and just make a whole Astro Festival YouTube with all of, and just make it big, dude. Get some people that are into graphic design and just spot on hit this like a
And so personally, I'm actually going to school for game design. So I'm actually in a bachelor's program for game design, and I'm I'm still in the beginning stages of that. I actually got to re-enroll because a couple of things happened with school, but I'm really trying to get into a lot of learning with especially editing software and just computers in general. Like I'm going to really be tech savvy, and that's one thing I really want to do myself is like being able to edit those stuff. But it's crazy because I want at the same time want someone else, like say if like you said like a graphic designer. I'm not technically going into graphic design, so if I like did have that person to be able to just be like, hey, like because you've seen the Astro Fest, like you can creatively see just off of like one look, like okay, I can probably cut, make it look cool. Just because on the stream you're seeing everything, you're seeing everything live. You're not getting any like cuts, you're not getting any like pauses and stuff like that, which could be cool to just like have for content. Like necessarily Twitch, so you can do anything like on TikTok, Instagram. Absolutely. That's what we tried to do, but definitely think we're going to do it more successful in the future. That's going to be cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's fun. It's definitely good content, and that's something you could definitely another area that you could capitalize on is pulling out all of those big media areas, because it sounds like you're getting a lot of collaboration. Afrizzo, you're trying to get in collaboration with this man who's been making moves since high school. Dude, it sounds like he's got something going on, brother.
It's crazy.
They both do. They both do. He's going to have the concerts. He's going to bring up all the food. I don't know what's going to be in his food truck.
That's gonna be
But he's like, skip the festival. Cool. What the music, whatever. I'm going to the food truck.
I mean, hey, and then you can stream it too. You both can stream it. He can have one inside of the food truck.
Oh yeah.
And then you can come out and be like, hey man, this is my boy. Go see his channel. Go see his channel. He's the one that has the music.
Work it out.
I'm the one with the food.
Easy. That's gonna be the check mark once you get out here for sure. For real,
because that would be a pretty dope stream. It's like, this is how we work. Drop the steak, look up, be like, do we put it on? Do we not put it back on? Like,
it'd be really cool too, because like if the music is loud enough and you're in the food truck cooking, you might even be just jamming out to whatever they're doing.
That's huge,
It's dope. It's everywhere.
Mhm.
It's cool. And the little Astrofest logo down on the side or whatever. You can live stream the cooking show, buddy. Live stream cooking at Astrofest.
Yeah.
I mean, that technology is out there. It's getting better. The speed of networks and things like that. Live streaming video from remote locations is so much easier for people to do now.
Oh yeah.
It does take a little investment to get into that stuff, but if you start making money on Twitch, with the Rocket League streams, and the plans of the school and getting the food truck and saving up the money and doing all that are definitely good investments for the money, is investing into the business and yourself like that. And I love how you guys are all talking about investing into yourself. And that's why I'm so happy to have you on the stream. This is kind of like what I want for the podcast is people that are out there doing things that are positive, that have great energy, that are trying to build something and make themselves better. You guys are out there, talking about going to school for culinary. You're talking about learning computers and doing your own media design and just popping off, dude. This is what this world is about, man, is people like us. And I'm so happy to have you guys here. Like, seriously.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
100%.
Ever since you tapped into my stream one time, and then we've had that that connection, just because I've known that you were cool peoples, and every time I tap into your stream, I'm like, this is cool peoples, man. Like this is because we always talk about similar ideas and things, and that's one thing I love about just being able to stream on Twitch, just because you will run into those type of people, and it's just about having that connection. So.
It's crazy because I didn't even meet Stacks on Twitch or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I've known.
Yeah. Like what? Like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Is there a story there? Do we got a meeting?
I was just kind of chilling with this one dude I knew, Avi, our friend Jacob, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go into a party with a bunch of my boys, and I'll invite you." And there was like 7 people in the party. I'm like, "Yo," and like I was like quiet at first. I was just kind of chilling. I was mad quiet, and then like I started talking, and then all of a sudden like it was just like funny as shit, and we were all like laughing and dying laughing, and like it was like we were instantly like everybody was vibing, and I was like, "Damn."
True, man.
You met a good group of people, man.
Yeah, dude.
You better thank your friend for that.
Hella, dude. Yeah, my friend Avi, shout out Avi the Nomad, dude. He also streams on Twitch, but it's funny just because it's crazy because we obviously we've never met. Like he's all the way in business. And so he was there when AG was formed. You know what I mean? That's a big thing. I mean, he was probably there a little after it was formed, but he was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy to me. It's like, man, I've never met he's never met me before. You know what I mean? I've never met Afro in real life, but it's like we've been in communication so often, and we've seen each other so often, and we just worked with each other so often that like we've manifested stuff together without even being in person. So it's different, man. It's cool, and that's I that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I understand exactly what you're saying because this guy, that way, this guy over here. I did the same thing. I'm looking at him like this way.
You guys are on the same wavelength. Yes, sir.
But this guy over here, we've never actually met in real life.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
we live in the same state,
Yeah.
Almost
cool. The same neighborhood. Yeah, we're probably within 10 miles of each other.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's sick.
So we've actually never met in real life or none of that stuff. We've been talking probably a good year now, year and a half, something like that.
Yeah, yep.
A lot of playing video games and chilling, man.
Oh yeah, that's how.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I got. I gravitated towards like their whole motive is like a bunch of like people who've like been through life and down to earth people, and like being a part of that group is because like it hits close to me because I didn't grow up well. I raised myself most of my life. I went through a whole bunch of stuff. I've been alone, for a really long time. So just trying to make something of myself and trying to get out, this hole I'm in and trying to really like my whole goal is like I want to be financially stable by the time I'm 27 and to have all this, all these ideas. And it's just like all I'm waiting is just time. Like that's it. Yeah. Just time needs to take its course.
Time and execution.
And I have all this stuff that I want to do, and it's not even stuff that I don't want to do. Like this is stuff that I love. Cooking, gaming, having great conversations with people. I'm heavy on that. Having fun, laughing till I can't breathe anymore, until I'm like almost passed out. Yeah, he hears my laugh. Like, yo,
I love that, man. I love that.
Sex, bro. I be hearing him, dude. He literally was laughing for like 10 minutes straight, and but it's funny because like like while he's laughing, it makes everybody else laugh. Like everybody can't stop like having that giggly feel. That's hilarious. No, yeah, dude, I definitely respect that though, man. The reason why, for sure, you know, Afro is an AG is just because we've always seen his vision. He's told this story about having this vision right when I met him. You know what I'm saying? And it's never changed. Right. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, and it's hard to find those type of people, especially, you know what I'm saying, if you're not given that opportunity at a young age. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't either. I definitely, you know, went through my fair share of stuff, you know, with my family, and it's just like learning it young. You realize that, okay, having good people is like, you don't want to push away people. You want people to be in your life just because of that reason, just because, like, okay, we have the same goal, we can make something happen. It's called manifesting, and it's cool that Afro's been able to manifest a lot of stuff with us, because he's also seen us when we weren't doing anything. You know what I mean? When I told him to join AP, it's not like we were doing anything we were doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just was like, yeah, I can see the vision of it, and it's really how it starts. It's hard to like just say yes to joining a group like that, but it was so natural the way that it happened. So like, I definitely appreciate Fro for being an AG for that reason, just because it's like, it's going to be difficult regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, even while you're going to school and you know what I mean, before 27, like, you're going to hit those bumps again, but it's really being around those people to be like, oh yeah, okay, cool, I can keep going, or just having that reminder, or just watching that stream, or doing whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever is gonna motivate you to get to that next level.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, you got to enjoy the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, the destination's always going to be there. That manifestation already happened when you said it. But if you're going to be in that journey and you respect the journey even more, you're just going to get more of abundance of, you know what I'm saying, of good stuff happening to you. And it's like, that's what we're always about.
Having the community with you and the people on that journey as well, it helps, because if you're trying to set goals and then you share those goals with other people, it gives you a little more drive to complete those goals, since you've got 100%. Other people involved. I want to just share something real quick, if it sees on here. This reminds, I got it up here, is
wow, that's sick.
I got my calendar. This is how I keep track of stuff. I got a whole lot.
Man, those are the ones you were talking to me about. Okay.
But this is what I'm talking about. I got this up here right now. We're talking about this kind of right now. These are some magnets. This is some stuff I learned from Jim Rohn. But
that's cool. Wow.
So the past tries to pull on you, right? And the present tries to pull on you. These guys are magnets here, right? You got the future over here trying to pull on you. This is what you want to pull on you. This is what you want to guide you. That's where you want your direction. You don't want to get stuck too much in the present or the past. And how this is done is you amplify this with your goals. So by setting goals and keeping an eye on those goals, that's how you keep going and driving towards the future to bring yourself there to achieve and reach those goals. And you want that to pull you, because awesome. If you get stuck in the present and the past, you get stagnant. So
that's a fact, man. That's huge.
So with that 7-year plan that you have there, don't lose sight of that, like ever. Keep that in mind. If your goals happen to change, realize why and how they changed, and that they're in alignment with how you want them to go. But it's going to get monotonous. You're going to have the enjoyment of getting into something and starting it, and the fun and freshness and excitement. Once it's going and into it a little while, like you're year and a half into cooking, and things are going on, it become a routine. Don't lose track of that goal down there. Don't lose track of that thing in the future, that 7-year magnet. Let that pull you. StakksAG, if he's not, whomever you're with or associated with, it sounds like you're building a great community of people. But that's all I got to add on that. It's a lot of things, and it drives like a good way to build it, I think.
Definitely, dude. You're definitely all right on the spot right there. Like, that's true.
1,000%.
And you're young, dude.
Like, I don't know what it was, but like all my life, I was always like really like a quick thinker of like, like if something goes wrong, I got this. Like I already come up with something. It's like, for the past year, I was planning to move down to Georgia with a group of guys that I knew for like 7 years, but like everything fell through. And it was like a month ago this happened, and I was like, all right, damn, whatever. And then immediately I got back and I went to talk to my counselor, and I got straight into culinary school last minute. I got all financial
Okay.
aid and everything.
That.
I got
That's crazy,
I got accepted last minute.
Wow.
And yeah, so now
Dude,
I'm
it's
doing
like
that
it's
for
meant
2
to
years.
happen, man.
Yeah, so
real.
I'm doing that for 2 years, and then I'm gonna go from there, and then try to move out to Cali with Stacks, and be a lot closer with those guys, and switch off, be with people, have people around me that are gonna make me successful and gonna help me grow as a person and grow my brand, and we could all grow together, and it wouldn't even be like, it wouldn't even feel like working, it was just having fun
100%.
together, and it was just like time flies, and it's like and it's like all of a sudden you like take a second and you're like, oh wait, like I have all this, it's like like now it's like, it's like all of a sudden you have all this success and everything, and you don't feel like you've done anything for it, you've just been being you, and just having fun with it. That's what I want.
Right.
Huge.
And you mentioned some stuff too. Go ahead, Stakes.
No, I was just saying that's big, just because like there's not a lot of 19-year-olds that are talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
I mean, at this point they probably is, but just like it's always good to have that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really gonna have to keep it as an adult.
Yeah. Because my huge thing is like I came from a family that didn't really do anything with their lives. They got stagnant, stuck. Yep. So I want to be the exact opposite of that. I want to, I would just want to go full throttle and like take it one day at a time, and whatever happens, happens, and have like a goal in mind, and whatever twists and turns I have to go through, I'll deal with them, by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Facts. It's lit too, because I have a football background. I was a varsity football player for 3 years. I was a lineman, and so was Stacks.
So was I.
Yeah,
big boy. Let's go, son.
Word. And I was a wrestler too. I did all that. I was 1 year. Yeah,
I had something to land on my face and stay there for a hot second. I was like, it ain't I did it for about a year, and I was like, all right, y'all can have that. I'll go bowling.
I did, but wrestling was just too. I was like, I can't, man. I can't be down here for too long. I gotta get
word. Like I was, let's see. I did it for like, I didn't do it for long. I did it for like maybe like 3 weeks, because I have a condition where both my my rotator cuffs and my shoulders pop out. And it would happen to me like during games, during practice, playing football and everything like that, during workouts, and I would just pop it back in, and it would hurt, but I would keep going. And people look at me like I'm crazy,
I would have looked at you like you're crazy. I was like, can you go to the trainer or something? That's crazy.
When I did wrestling for the first time, I never even watched the sport or anything. I did it. I went there, and I got promoted to varsity within the first week of doing it. Because I could have been a really good wrestler, because I could do a full front split. Like, I was the most flexible person on the football team. At 330 pounds, I could do a full front split.
Okay. We got big boy gymnastics around here.
I got the word. It's like a football player with cheerleader, flexibility. Aggressive. Aggressive.
You ever hit a flip during practice?
Nah. Don't even talk to me about doing flips. I like break my neck and die.
No, he said the splits.
You ever did the splits on practice? Like while you're practicing.
Listen, we can do splits. We can't do flips, baby. We only can do one thing.
That's a lot of pounds going through the
air. My sophomore year, we had a pep rally, and one of my friends, we were waiting to get called out, and one of my friends was like, you won't do a split in the middle of the field for like $20 or some shit like that. And I was like, man, all right, bro. And we get on the field, the pep rally's going on, whatever. And our field is on the roof of our school. Like we have like one of the most unique. We have one of the most unique fields in the country.
It's crazy.
And like ever, I would. On top of the like,
that would be so hard.
And we have the view of the New York City skyline.
Wow, that'd be sweet, dude. That'd be really dope, actually.
So.
I should have went to school in New York, man.
So like,
the win though, man.
Word.
Oh yeah, field goals,
man.
But like, the best kicker ever.
But every time, like the whole thing was going on, blah blah blah, and I thought they forgot about it because it was like we have a lot of people that live in my city, and it's like overcrowded. It's like one of the most overpopulated like cities in the country.
That's crazy.
And there was like 5,000 kids in the stands, and all of a sudden it was like wrapping up, and then all of a sudden I hear, "Yo, where's Milwaukee?" And I was like, "Damn!" And they called me out, and I got in the middle of the field, and then there was like 100 people around me.
Did the announcer do it, or was it just them yelling on the field?
Nah, it was them yelling on the field, and like they're all around me, and then all my teammates are like, "Ooh," and I just bust a split right there, and everybody's just nuts. Like 5,000 people.
Oh man, we're just seeing a lineman run downfield and hit the splits. That's a sight to see.
Where's my $20?
Yeah, you don't see that too often. Right? That's well earned $20, man.
I was widely known after that. Like people from different towns knew me, like different cities and shit. But they were like, "Oh, are you the dude that did the splits?" I'm like, "Yo."
You're like, no.
Paulie, did you hear about the big guy? He was out there doing splits, man.
So here's what we can do for you, man, is get you a logo that'll be like the Michael Jordan, like in the air logo, but it'll just be you doing the splits on the ground.
No. I got one better. Big dude doing the splits. Hand up, and here comes his bird. Perfect.
Yeah,
Bird comes right. Over there. Oh wait, what was that movie? Beverly Hills Ninja or something like that. With Chris Farley doing the splits. That's him.
Yeah, man.
Going forward with the fist, and the other one's holding up for trying to get his bird.
Yeah, that would be gold, bro. That would be gold.
I'd pay money for that shirt. I'm telling you right now.
That merch needs to happen.
That might have to happen soon.
That'll be the Afrizzo shirt.
Yeah.
Afrizzo doing the splits with Bird. That would be so sick.
Like honestly, I can't wait to move out there too because like there's like a group that me and Stacks watch, AMP. They do like IRL stuff, like like go to football games and like all that like stupid stuff to each other. And that's what I want to do, like a lot of more in person stuff.
Like a phase, like 100 days, like all like those people. Like those YouTubers, Flight, Too High. I always watch those dudes, man. That's definitely probably the reason why I started reacting to stuff. I started reacting to stuff just because like I started watching, and I was late. I was late on a lot. I feel like a lot of people were like on that already, but I was late. Right. I was like, they have this huge community because I remember seeing Fly a long time ago. And I remember seeing like all these people a long time ago. They didn't have a lot of nobody really knew who they were. But then, boom, now they're worldwide doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like a whole bunch of cool YouTubers doing it. And it's just like, it's really motivating too. Because I'm like, dude, if they can do that from where they were, like, because Fly and Cash Nasty, they're not like super young now. Like I remember when they were young, just like streaming 2K, raging, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's super funny. Like, so like, yeah, that's definitely motivation. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have those streamers, and then what's the other one? I can't even think. It was Toast and Valkyrie and all that. They have like their own house. They have their own like little house or whatever.
Yeah.
They just pay. Cool. I forget, Abe, I think it is, or something, because he's the one that actually owns it, offline TV or something. I like watching some of their videos. It's just pretty cool and stuff like that. But like you said, dude, you get it like. All right, you might get like a half a mansion, but you got like 13 rooms. You charge everybody, $400 or $500, which isn't shit really.
Oh yeah,
and then you get it all together, and it pays for the mortgage. But then you get all the content. You get to mess with your best friends.
Huge,
you know
what I
mean?
Huge
that might have to be the second coming. Yeah, word.
Yeah.
That might have to be something coming in like maybe in the next like 5-6 years. Something
because we got triple AG. Like we have it's crazy that because AG is growing stronger than ever. I feel like. We used to have a lot of more people, but a lot of people left, a lot of people joined, a lot of people moved from different places. I just feel like we are now bonding that solidification on who is who and all of our personalities, what our personalities are. Because at the end of the day, that's what the viewers and the fans are going to want to see, right? Like that's why people watch like Kai Cenat or Duke Dennis or all these people from AMP, like I'm Davis, Agent Zeros, like you know what I mean? Like he's like those people have their own personalities and they're all friends, but all the fans know what their personalities are and like why they're friends. Like they just know everything about them. And I feel like that's something so cool to have, like especially with a community like ours and trying to grow together and stuff like that. It's a perfect thing to do with your friends, like.
Honestly,
if you guys vibe like that and grow, and it might help and tie into other people's communities as well, like you're saying around the Astro Gang. So if you guys are co-streaming and running things together, and you get that personality, you're right, brings awareness, and you guys kind of build up off of each other that way. So that's cool too. Me and some of my buddies do that through Discord sometimes with our streams. So we'll get people in there. No, like, oh, are you playing with Goofy? Is that Goofy I hear? Are you playing with Bipolar? Just different stuff like that. So it definitely happens that way, and it has to do with the energy that you bring and the people that are with you. So that's some facts. And the only way to do it is really just get out there and do it.
Yep.
That's fun.
Hey, Frizz.
You're.
I just gotta ask you one favor. If that does happen, you guys live in the same house together. Listen, I need you to make a pie and just wake him up and be like, that'll be like the whole video. Just be like, Stacks asked for a pie last night. We gotta go wake him up. Here's smack him in the face. I just want one nice video. I just want you to call it off. Call it like the Goofy video. Goofy wants it. And then that's all I want, man.
I got you.
Just one nice
like
video.
The whole video title is Welcome Goofy.
Hey, there might have to be a little bit more than that going on in the house. You might have to get those pressurized water guns, BB guns,
lightsaber fights.
Nerf battles.
Oh man, anime fights. We could do anime fights.
RDC World too, bro.
Yeah,
RDC World, those are huge. Them are huge motivation to me too, bro.
We could do like skits and stuff like that. There's just so many things. Like once we can finally get together,
skits. Saying we go to the corner and make some weird videos.
There's just so sit down and do like the dad jokes, but it's like all Marvel or Star Wars or something.
Exactly. Exactly what I'm trying to do, man. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Oh man.
Right.
Is there any reason you picked the name Astral for Astro Gang? Astral?
Yes. So another anecdote or throwback. I don't know which one it fits. But me and my cousin actually came up with the name Astral Brothers, but we made Astral up. Like, so basically how it was is we were in a jacuzzi, right? We were just chilling in the hot tub, right? We were at a pool. So it was when I was
all the best, business names start in a jacuzzi.
Yeah, exactly. Super true.
Cigars and wine at 13 years old.
Yeah, we're
making business deals, ladies.
He's in the hot tub time machine right now. Damn, that's crazy.
But anyways, right? We were in the jacuzzi, and then some lady comes. And she's just chilling with us, right? We start talking to her, and she says she's a gypsy. She's like, "Yeah, I'm a gypsy. Like, yeah, you guys have such cool energy." And and the reason why we started rapping too is we were actually very
Hold on. You're in a hot tub, and then there's a gypsy.
Yeah.
Yo, he's in the hot tub.
I just wanted to keep going. I just wanted to see how far this is.
What is it? Like, have you ever heard of like Joey Badass or like these rappers that are very conscious and spiritual rap, but they still rap?
Yeah.
So boom, that's what we're about, conscious rap. That's exactly the genre we're part of. And so we're very into like meditation, and we're very, dude. So this is what's crazy, right? It's crazy. So we were just talking to her, and we're like, yeah, we rap, and we were literally practicing a song. So we were like, dude, we're just gonna practice this song in front of her. Like she's a gypsy, but she's gonna think it's cool. She's like, I love rap. I've been to whatever concerts she knows rap. So we're like, okay. And we did, and she like loved it. She was like, yo, you got, because we're not like super, like we still throw a little bars in there. We still, you know what I mean, talk shit. So she loved it. She was like, yo, you guys are awesome. You guys are gonna be, and you know what I mean. And she like, it was so funny too, because she was like, you want me to read your palms? And my cousin looked at me. He was like, all right. And then he was like, no. So then I did after. I was like, all right. And she ended up saying like, we had like multiple lives before. And she was telling us all this stuff, and we were like, yo, this is crazy. Like, just kind of opening our mind, like, because we're obviously like we're kids, so like we're not like going crazy on it, but we're just like, damn, it's crazy a thing like this. And then she says like, you guys have a very like astral vibe to you, like an astral, you know what I mean? And she was like, you guys ever astral projected before? And the only time I've ever heard astral projection before was my brother talking about it, because he actually has an astral projection experience. And, you know, he's a shaman. Like I can let, if he was here right now, he would go on for literally days about how a lot of spirituality in his life. So that reflected on me a big time. So I was just like, dang, once she said astral projection, it brought me back to him saying, I was like, wait, hold on. And I looked and I was like, yo, Astral Brothers? Like, should we be named Astral Brothers? And he for some reason, like, I don't know why he like chose to just over-exaggerate. He was like, dude, that's gonna be the name. Like, oh my, bro, Astral Brothers make it right now, bro. Like, this song is gonna be the first song. And so we made a whole project called the Astral Project with Astral Brothers, whatever. But that's where Astral came from, because we really we're like, dude, like, that's what we're really about. Like, we're really about astral. Like, we're really like above the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really on the astral plane. However many metaphors you want to take.
So more like a spiritual philosophy going.
Yeah, and at the same time, but it's cool because we're not like gurus. We're not like masters of anything, right? We're just literally cool dudes that you know what I mean.
Understanders and observers just chilling.
Exactly. Observers, understanders, just being together and fucking talking shit, but knowing that. You know what I'm saying? Astral. Like, just knowing the cool shit. You know?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. But that's how it came from.
That's awesome. That's a good story. Thanks for sharing.
It's crazy, man. I've told that story so many times, but I love telling that story. Because it's cool. You're a random gypsy, like what, with like 2 kids. And it's funny because like we were kids, I was saying, you know, my cousin was crazy. He was like, yo, she's bad. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, the only reason why he started talking to her, but then she's obviously, you know what I mean, older than us, and she really like picked our brains about a lot of like spirituality. And having my brother, he picked my brain so many. It's like I'm so like open, I'm so like aware of all that. So I was just like, I know all that. But when she heard our rap, because that's what we were really trying to do, we was gonna like record it the next day. So we were trying to like finish this song, and then he was just boom, astral vibes, and we were like, yo, astral, like wait, hold on, like a lot of, you know what I mean, just a lot of, you know, ideas came to fruition, and then we just kind of executed it. And it's funny because my cousin lives in New York right now. He doesn't even really do music anymore. He just kind of, I think he's a chef. His name was Chef Indigo, because like Indigo children, you know, all the spirituality against stuff. And he was, you know, he rapped hella good, but he just, you know, he wanted to be a chef, like, you know, Afrizzo, you know, he wanted to be a chef. So I was like,
2.8 miles.
He's 2.8 miles from where you're at right now.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy, dude. It's a small world. Because I just thought about that. Like, he's literally next to you right now.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Because like he didn't really know how close to New York I was. And
yeah, so, I didn't.
I said like I was like, damn, I'm like literally like 2.2 miles away. Yeah. You know, just like the Lincoln Tunnel over. He's like, wait, you're like 2.7 miles away from New York.
My knowledge of the East Coast is very 5 small.
Minutes.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought New Jersey was so far. I mean, not far, but I didn't think like 2 miles down the road, because 2 miles down the road is like right here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just thought about that. Like, it's like across the street, basically.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. You're in a big city, so it makes more sense, but still, like, seeing it right here, I'm like, bro, what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, honestly, where I grew up is like so much culture. I live in pretty much the Hispanic hood. So I just, you know, I grew up around a lot of violence, but also like so much different culture things that opened up. There's a spot that just opened up a few blocks away from me, I think like a year or two ago. And they're doing what I did. It's a husband and wife. They had a prominent food truck out in New York that does birria tacos. I don't know if you guys ever heard of birria tacos.
I think we need to pull up a picture of this. I think we need to see
Birria
what a birria.
tacos. It's BIRRIA.
Birria.
Birria. Birria.
Roll your
Put
R's.
berries
That's
in it or
pretty
something.
Birria tacos.
Birria tacos.
Tacos with berries.
Right.
I put that shit on everything.
Right. The hot sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce.
But nah, man.
It's very hot.
Very hot.
Oh my
God,
the cringe.
I'm good.
No,
oh, thanks, bud. You know that's gonna be your first sauce.
Right. It's gonna be a
Very
birria
hot.
sauce, but it just says hot sauce.
Yeah, word. But nah, they opened up their own little spot near where I'm at, like a few blocks away, and I went there, and ever since they've had people coming, like the lines would go out the door and around the corner, and yeah. So like honestly, I went to them a week ago, and I was talking with the owners, and I was like, yeah, I mean, you guys are doing like some what I want to do, all that kind of stuff. And they're like, yeah, I mean, we'd love to have you on for a few days out of the week, get that experience in. I told them I'm going to culinary school. I went there. They said they'd text me, and literally like a day after, the dude texted me. He's like, yeah, come in, and we'll test you out, blah, blah, blah. I went there with the manager, and the manager said, yeah, he definitely sees that I'm really good around with the knives and all that kind of stuff, and I know what I'm doing. So I start this weekend, and I'm just like, I'm gonna have that whole insight to starting, like try and pick the owner's brains about like what it's like having a food truck and all that kind of stuff, and like how everything's ran and how the business side of things is run in terms of restaurants and like
Huge.
Yeah, that advice is golden. If you can find somebody to take you in and give you that, that's awesome. That's a spectacular opportunity, because you're probably going to learn more from that guy than your culinary school, to be honest.
Yeah, really, honestly. Yeah, I mean, even they just started out with their own little shop here. I mean, they have the best birria tacos in Jersey right now. So yeah, so
one thing you can also learn from him is he might be good and successful at what he does, but pay attention. And you might also learn things that he does that you might do differently, that you might say, this is something I could do better.
Right.
Look at things that he does as well. And don't take everything to gold and say, that's it, but adopt what's good for you. Definitely, take the advice of someone that's successful already, because that's, there's nothing better.
That's why I like culinary too, the culinary field, because it's endless. Like there's not like one set thing you do. Like you could go out and study Italian, Mexican, Japanese, blah blah blah. Like you could do anything you want, really, and you could do it however you want it.
Especially if you're running your own thing, like your own food truck and setting up your menu. Now you lose a lot of that if you're going to be employed for somebody, say like going chef for Applebee's or
oh man, I used to work at Taco Bell. Not for me. I can't do it.
It sounds like what you're doing, being self-employed might be the way to go.
It is.
If you can run it, that's going to be a good bet. So.
Like Mondays, you can have like Italian. Tuesdays are tacos.
Wednesday
pizza. And then honestly, if he's doing it if that's going to be his day-to-day job, he goes to the same location, same people and everything. If he has it different every day, he's going to be different than the normal person anyway, because you got just a hamburger, just the hot dogs, just the steak, just the tacos. People get used to it, and it's just after a while they're just like, I go to like my favorite place and that's about it.
Right.
But if you have it where like each day is something different, like you come in with fresh ingredients, fresh everything, listen, man, you'd be top notch, and everybody would be like, oh, it's tacos this day. Oh, he has better tacos or whatever,
Yeah, like even
Black cat.
Hey, man.
Nah, but like honestly, my idea, like elaborating on that, is to have kind of different things like all together. So like I would do like birria pizzas. I have like a whole list. I do like birria mac and cheese, burritos, even like there's just like Nashville hot chicken, Nashville hot chicken over mac and cheese, like all that kind of good food. Like not like like I could do like healthy stuff down the line if I think of stuff like anything healthy I could like put on the menu that'll taste really good. Like I want people going out like, damn, that was some good ass food. That was some good ass food.
Oh,
yeah, that's what everybody wants. You know what I mean? Just like what Noam said though. Don't strive from your pride, or don't stop believing into it, man.
Right.
Because it seems like you got a big head on your shoulders and everything's going to be doing great. Like you're thinking about a lot of different things, and I hope that everything comes to you. You don't have no problems with like you said school or any of that stuff. You don't lose your drive. Just keep going, because I want to taste your food and I want to see you on that Top Chef stuff. Later on.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
We're getting on that. We're getting that.
Oh, 1,000%, man! I want to be on like sitting down watching it and be like, "Damn, that food looks really good." Like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, I remember a couple of my friends, my former teammates, because I be telling them about like what I'm doing and everything. And they're like, "Yo, what if we just see Damari on like Top Chef or like, like all that kind of stuff?"
It's possible, bro. It's so possible.
No, 1,000%. Like you just send little videos. You just send a video. You make it like stuff. Be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. I'm starting culinary school. Blah 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 blah. Give them your life story. They think you're interesting or that you can do it. They'll give you a call back.
Yeah, I mean, also another thing, another one of my hobbies I would like to maybe do random streams of, years down the road, is cars. I'm a huge car guy.
Okay.
So like, if I would maybe do like a couple YouTube videos, streams, TikToks of like me working on my car, because I want to have like a project car. I want to make it like insanely fast. I'm into drifting and do all that kind of stuff. Like
Okay.
So I like honestly, there's so much different content that I want to do. Like it's crazy. Like I could bring in so many different people from so many different like communities, like the car community, gaming community, culinary community, like
all these
the Astrofest car show.
Yeah, word.
Let's go.
Like word, dude.
Everybody
and then you get like you said, you get that one comedy guy that wants to go, and he goes and makes fun of each person's car.
Oh shit! Dude, no,
this old fucking guy sat there and took his whole retirement club just to get a car that cost $2,000 or something stupid. Like
right. Goofy's not that comedian. No.
I'm not a hateful person. I don't know what to say, But hey, I'm going to say this. He said that he's kind of from the hood. I was kind of a little bit from the hood. Big guys get made fun of the most. Fire at me. Listen, I can't make fun of something I can't see, but after that, it's game over.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on people like trying to flick my titties and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
like, yo, all right, bro.
Different things like that, like when your friends get mad at you, they're like, "Oh, you're just really fat," and I'm like, "Dude, come up with something that hasn't been said since 9.
Yeah, word. I get it, bro. I'm fat, ugly, like whatever, bro. Like pick something else, bro. Like that's it, B.
I think it was the first time like I came home, from being a big guy, getting bullied and stuff like that. My dad always told me after I, probably cried to him or whatever it may be, but he always told me, he's like, you know what you tell him? I may be fat, but you're ugly and I can lose weight.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to say that all the time. I'm like, hey, I'm so cute, but I can
like, I can fix being fat, but you can't fix being ugly. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Think about that.
That's the biggest diss. And after that, I just started talking shit after 7 seconds.
Word.
Man,
honestly, like I take pride in being as big as I am because, like, I step up to anybody. Anybody wants to try me. It's like, yo, I'm just as big as you, if not bigger. And we could go at it right now if you want to. Like, that's it.
Well, I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, like there was one time, we're at the bar, and we were drinking, and my buddies were smoking, and I was just having a nice chew. We're just bullshit, you know. Well, there was 4 of us in the line, and I was the last one. And this guy, drunk as hell, came up. He was like, "You're easy. You're easy. You might give me a problem. You're fat as hell. Like, you won't be able to do anything towards me." And my buddy looks at him dead in his face. The one that was just like, the one that he said that he might give him a problem. He's like, out of all 4 of us, that big guy's the one that you need to look out for, and not me. He's like, that guy will beat you in your butt. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, no. I was like, I don't want to fight, bro. I was like, he can call me fat. I don't really care. That's cool.
He's like, I
get mad at you. But now you're telling him that I can't kick his butt. Come on.
That is hilarious.
Stuff like that, dude. Like, I don't care, man. You can call me fat. I ain't gonna fight you.
Yeah,
it ain't worth it.
Like me and Stacks are probably like the most easygoing people on the planet. Like we don't really, you know, do too much.
My dad always told me, he's like, they can call you fat, you're fat. They can call your mom the B word, your mom's the B word. You know, this, that, and everything else. Words are words. He's like, but once they put you in the corner and put that finger on you.
Yeah, word.
It's over. Nah, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, yeah,
I give him a couple pushes, a couple touches. Yeah. I warn you. I don't sucker punch you. I warn you.
No, I'd say I think about growing up in the hood. I guess I mean we've all have our own hoods. There's not. I feel like hood is such a weird word, but growing up there, it's like you get a sense of like, what is it? Pride, I guess, or like you get a sense of like
a stigma. You
get a stigma. Yo, that's a huge word. You get a stigma, and you're just like it kind of helps you grow as a person. Not gonna lie, because like people who can take that, like especially with like people you know what I'm saying. Obviously, it's different. Like when you go to a bar, a random person, like you're obviously not gonna care as much. But being around people who like you can make fun of them, they can make fun of you. And doing that, you're just like, oh, it's like when other people do it, you're just like, okay, like it won't get to you as much. That's why it's so good being around people who aren't so wealthy or aren't so like this, like they're on a certain way. They're all like, I mean, you guys are just going through it together. Exactly, yeah, you guys are going
legitimately through like, I don't care. Noam's 105 and I'm 20, you know. He's good. He said,
I got kicked. He said, I got kicked back. Really gives him the spot.
No, man, like once, like to me, it doesn't matter age, race, color. To me, you come off to me as good people, I'm the same to you. If you come off to me as a dickhead, guess what? I'm just walking the other way. It ain't worth the time. I ain't gonna get mad at you. Yep. Peace, love, and happiness, man. I'll see you later on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like whatever energy you give out, you're gonna attract. I've always experienced that. It's actually always helped me. That's always helped me, you know, find the energy. I'm like, whoa, it surprises me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's cool. But yeah, no, definitely, there's people out there.
So let's get a couple stories out of you guys before we get out of here. We got about 10 minutes. Afrizzo. Or whoever can think of a story first, I guess. I want to hear something about you guys that's going to be like a positive story, something that you overcame an obstacle or something that, you know, some sort of motivational or inspirational, some sort of story you can tell the people.
Oh, man.
That's
Good question. Good thing I don't answer.
I'm going to go first or Afrizzo.
I mean...
And if it's a long story, take your time. Like we can go a little bit longer.
I mean, okay. So I don't really say this, but like, I did, you know, mentioning that I grew up tough, you know, alone all the time, all that kind of stuff. I wasn't in school for a long time. I missed all my middle school years. I just stayed home. That's how I got really good at Rocket League, because all I did was stay home and play Rocket League all day, every day. But, you know, it got to me after a long time. And, you know, coming off a suicide attempt, you know, I kind of tried to turn myself around. I was like 360 pounds at like 14, 15 years old. And I went back to school. I had to repeat the 8th grade, whatever. But I became friends with some of the varsity guys that were playing freshman football at the time. And they told me, like, yo, join the football team, blah, blah, blah. And I always wanted to try it. I was always, you know, an athletic kid. So I just said, screw it. And I went there. And then from then on, I lost like 75 pounds. I went from 360 pounds to 280 pounds by the time my junior year started. And like my whole life changed around. I became an honor roll student, like all that kind of stuff. I've just been like, no matter, anything I'm going through, whatever, depression, anything, like I just try to stay faced and then live in the moment, like be around people who, I can vibe with, and, all that kind of stuff, create different outlets for myself, and have these goals, that's why I have all these goals, because it keeps me, positive. It keeps me, looking towards the future. It doesn't keep me down at all, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it sounds like the education you've been getting as far as I'm sorry, Stacks, but how hard things have been and growing up and everything like that is. It's too positive in here, Grimsy says. I'm sorry, Grimsy. But through all that experience that you've had, is things is hard, and it happened to you really fast. But you learned a lot of things fast. So being a young man at 19 and having these goals to get to 27, and how hard it's been to get there, it'll help you appreciate and see the change and things like that. And just knowing that there's another goal and another place to go is awesome. So thank you for sharing that, man.
Honestly, man, I'm just trying to not keep be in a situation where I have to keep having my head above water, bro. Like I want to be smooth sailing from here on out. That's it. That's my long term.
Yep, for sure.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Props to you, my guy.
Yes, Stack.
Stack. Oh man,
Stack, you got it.
Yeah. So, man, there's a few, but I just because we were talking about my music and stuff. Definitely, music is something that I love for sure, and it's definitely helped me overcome multiple obstacles. But one thing that made me solidify my love for music so much is actually. One time during this show, so I was like 13, 14, 15, I was doing all those shows that I was telling you about earlier. And then, so I was doing one of those shows. After we perform, my brother's on the phone with somebody. And I guess because he knows Jasper and he knows a couple other people in the venue, and he's talking to somebody on the phone. And my brother looked, and then he gets off the phone all like confused, and he's like, "Dude, someone wants to go talk to us." And we're like, "Okay." So we go to talk to this guy, dude. Man, it's crazy. He comes up to us like cry. I mean, he was like crying, like tears down his face. And it was after our performance, and we were just like, "Dude, what's up, man? Like, appreciate you for coming out." And it wasn't our venue. It's called Observatory, so it's a pretty big place. It's for we just opened up for whatever artists, multiple artists. But it was crazy because he told us, he was like, "Dude, like your guys' performance, bro, like heartfelt. Like he couldn't even get through like sentences without crying, bro. Like he was legit like thankful for us. He was like, bro, like I literally was about to not like he was basically about to like hurt himself really bad like that night. Like he was going through something during that day that just was totally horrible. Like no human being should ever go through that." And he was telling us, and me and my brother looking at me like, "Dude, like that's crazy." Like we're consoling with this guy, like after we had just rapped in front of a lot of people and we're all like on like a high emotion, he just kind of brought it to us like, "Bro, like I just want you guys to know that," because he was like, he told us, he's like, "I never know when I'm gonna see you again, like and I never know if I'm gonna hear you again. Like I like just your guys' performance literally changed my life." And like hearing that, and I was like, and that's actually happened to me multiple times. Like I've had multiple people come up to me and be like, "Hey, like dang, you've really saved me from a dark space." But that moment right there was pretty different just because he told us that he was going to, do something very bad. And but he was like, "No, bro, like let's get contact." And my brother was like, "For sure." Like he got his contact information down. He's like, "Bro, come to Astro. Like we're doing a whole bunch of stuff." And that's before we had the vision of, all this stuff happening. We were just saying it like, "Yeah, we're going to have this stuff." And the fact he was just like, "Yeah, bro, like whatever it is, like I'm going to try to do stuff now too." Like, he just told us that he was more motivational. And that right there showed me, I was like, yeah, music is like this is definitely more than music. Like people are literally like, changing their lives just because of either a line they heard or a song they heard or a sound they heard or something that it's I don't know what it is, but something that other people can do, say music or say whatever, can change another person's life. And that's where it got, stuck with me like 14, 15. And that definitely helped me overcome like, oh, am I going to do this? Because a lot of times when I was in high school, I was like, oh, I'm going to play football, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this. But it was all right there with the music. I was like, music is always my seed. You know what I mean? Like my
for sure,
bro. So that was definitely one of the biggest moments for me to definitely stay on track with what I'm doing.
Nice, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It kind of brought it to another level, and and said, hey, this, I'm putting my heart and soul into this, and it's affecting other people. And man, that's amazing that they can reach out and have people get that experience from there.
It is.
Be life changing. I mean, and genuinely too. I mean, you're talking about something where they're coming up and not just saying it to blow smoke. It's like, hey, I actually felt something. That did something. Now, do you think it has to do with the music that you're making, like the music, or is there lyrics, or what do you think it is, man?
I personally think it is because of the lyrics. It is because of the music. It's the sound, and what we're saying is, most of our stuff is positive. I mean, even when we're going into like party songs and other songs like that, we still have, you can still see the message or the behind what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially, I mean, when we're following artists like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, like all these people have changed people's lives for the millions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the millions of people that listen to them. So it's doable, and that's where I got my inspiration from Tupac to Biggie to anybody that has ever been famous for music in hip hop. They've at least changed somebody's life some way, some shape. Even the people who are deep in the hood doing super trap things, they're still changing people's lives just because, and they don't even know they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the artist doesn't even know what they're doing. They're just like, oh, I'm making a song, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever life they're in the trap, but they got that music and hitting them inside their head, and then
Yeah, where Juice WRLD was definitely one for me. I always listen to his music.
R.I.P. to Juice WRLD.
Yeah, word. R.I.P. to that man. He was a good one. It's sad that we lost him because he had so much potential and he has so many different songs that he's just waiting to come out. He's
gonna live forever.
Yeah, honestly. Oh man, but you know what's even crazier? I didn't even know I was gonna do all this cooking stuff until COVID hit.
That's crazy,
dude. That is crazy.
I found it over COVID because my last year doing football was my junior year. I fell off because of COVID, and that COVID year that we played was like my last year because my mother ended up getting sick and I had family issues, so I had to quit football because my dream was to be the first person to play a Division I sport, like Division I football, because my grandfather was an all-state lineman for the city that I live in. So I wanted to, kind of carry on because he never played D1. He went to JUCO. And
nice.
Yeah. But I wanted to do that, but with my shoulders, how they were and everything like that, it just didn't work out. And I ended up like I had to cook for myself. And I ended up, getting creative, like doing a bunch of different stuff. I was like, yo, I could do this for a career. Okay. I could do this. This is something I could do. And then I just kind of took off with it, and I got really into it heavy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, I'm gonna give you one of my little recipes that I just found out last year. I made it just because, it might be famous somewhere else. I was making a grilled cheese sandwich instead of using square cheese. I did a shredded. Well, some of the cheese hit the pan and it got crunchy on the sides. So hey, fat man,
gotta create that crust.
So the fat man made my grilled cheese sandwich, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put the grilled cheese on the outside, threw the shredded cheese all on it. When it started bubbling, put the grilled cheese on top of it. Took the cheese with it, pulled it off, did the same thing. Had cheese on both sides. I called it the double cheese sandwich.
They do that with burritos.
Dude, it was so good. It was so good.
Some places do that with burritos where they on their flat top griddle they would lay out shredded cheese, let it sit there and melt, put the burrito on it, and then roll it.
Yes, dude.
Dude,
I'm a cheese I love cheese.
Me too.
I would say the one thing to help me with my keto diet, I had to give up my potatoes, which I almost cried. But I was able to have cheese, and they said as much cheese as you really wanted. I was like, all right, I can kind of do that diet. Just because of the cheese. Can't do the carbs and potatoes.
We'll hit comments for a minute. We'll see if anybody has any questions for these guys. If you guys have questions for StakksAG or Afrizzo, please let them know. No, we've got JMS Berzan. Love watching four guys tell their stories and motivating each other. Awesome show. Thank you so much, JMS.
Thank you, my guy.
Grim Z said about your grilled cheese sandwich there. That's just bad cooking, LOL.
No, it's not. It's
horrible.
All this love ain't from McDonald's.
From the cheese.
We got Grim Z. I don't know who he's asking on this. You looking to grow Twitch or YouTube more?
If it was towards me, I'm looking to grow my Twitch more right now. Based off of what I'm working with right now. So I'm just trying to grow my Twitch and TikTok. My TikTok is a big one.
Yep,
hey man, start doing a little bit of grilling things or pot roast or something.
Yeah, right.
Dude,
soon.
Because a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah.
You guys can find the links to the TikTok and the Twitch in the description for the video. We've got them on the website right now as well, so you'll be able to find those if you're viewing or watching the podcast in the future. We've got the links for Afrizzo's Twitch and TikTok on there, and we've got StakksAG, your Instagram and Twitch on there as well right now. Does anybody have any questions for these guys before we head out here? Do you guys have anything else to add, man?
No, man. I just want to say I appreciate you, know what I'm saying, for taking us in and giving us the hospitality of the podcast. Yeah, it feels good, man. I remember when we were talking about this, we were just talking about it, and we were just like, "Hey, I'm gonna do it," and I was like, "All right." But it's crazy because Afrizzo hit me up. He's like, "Yo, he's gonna do the podcast." I'm like, "Oh snap! Let me join." And then so thank you. I appreciate you for.
Hey, no problem.
Hey, we're gonna have a StakksAG TikTok coming soon once he drops his album.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Album coming soon. I just need to get a couple more recordings done, and then I'm gonna get my album cover shot, I think, within the next week. So yeah, that album is gonna be awesome. It's just basically a collection of songs over the past couple years and some new ones. And then it's gonna be dropped.
Nice. How soon before that drops?
I would say either end of June or beginning of July.
Okay. Where can we look to take it?
All platforms. It's going to be dropped on, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
All right, I'll look it up right now. What is it?
My artist name is Gideon, so it's my real name, Gideon Gideon. So yeah, that's going to be on there. I have a few songs. I'm not so big of an artist, so you might have to look up a song name.
Well, it came up. He came up some hillbilly guy. Is it just Gideon?
Yeah, it's just Gideon. You might have to type a name in. So
Instagram. I don't know if that'll have links off your Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it should have links on there. But I think
Gideon's cousin.
If you type Gideon and then along with like how you've been, like if you're on Spotify or iTunes.
Spotify.
So yeah, Spotify. If you type in Gideon, how you been, there should be song title right there. It's like a yellow orange title.
Yep, gotcha.
And then boom, click on the artist name. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah, I can. I'll pull it up on my Spotify right now. Let me hit the play button.
I don't know about hearing it.
Well, no, I'm gonna pull up where you can see it.
Yeah. There's a lot of new ones too, for sure, man. So I think that one, the How You Been one, was one of the older ones, I think. But yeah, now we're trying to get as consistent as we can on these songs.
There you go.
Are you ready?
Yeah. That would be it, correct?
Yes, sir. And then yeah, won't disappear. All those ones on the bottom are actually the newer ones. But yeah, that is me right there, sir.
Nice.
Alrighty.
So we'll look for that to drop end of June, you said?
End of June, beginning of July. I want it to be end of June so that we can, have the Astrofest in July. So that's going to be the goal of that.
I might just have to fly out there for the one time.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's to, dude. That'd be sick.
Word.
Get our first YouTube video shot.
Nice, man.
Well, I'll be definitely listening to this while I'm at work in another hour.
Hey, let me know your thoughts too, man.
I will.
Criticize
No
me to the core.
Yeah.
I always love getting better. I feel like people don't like a lot of feedback, but I'm one of those artists that love every feedback I can get.
Yeah. Oh, same here.
Because you can appreciate it. I mean, honest feedback is the best feedback. You know, whether it's good or bad, you can learn from it. So
you're just not gonna grow.
Productive criticism.
Yeah,
makes you take a little bit of everybody else, and see what really happens, and then just take what you get from the good and the bad that you get from everybody.
Yeah, that's true, man.
We got the question for Goofy. Goofy, marry me.
I giggled at it. I didn't want to acknowledge it, but thank you very much. Thank you. Z, I was engaged beforehand, right there, so I'm trying to tell you I'm gonna have to pass.
Damn, man, he got on one knee for nothing. That's crazy.
One knee for nothing. Pop the question, man.
Hey, listen, I meet face to face first. I want to see what I get with the whole package. I can't.
He said, take me out to dinner first.
Take me out to dinner.
Got to go hit up Afrizzo's food truck and
go on a date to Afrizzo's restaurant.
I got to bring around the boys to see if you're good. You're good enough for me. All right, you got to put it. It's a big ring to put on that finger. All right.
Yeah,
unfollow.
Unfollow, unsubscribe. All right, no worries.
You got anything to add, Afrizzo?
Anything to add? Oh man, I don't know if I should tell. It's like a little story that's a little crazy. I almost got drive-by one time.
Oh shit!
You made the wrong taco, my guy.
He said you're wrong.
Yeah, word. Nah, it was one morning. I was walking to practice, and I went to practice, and I walked down this one street to get there, and I come home from practice, and then I hear oh yeah, there was a drive-by shooting that happened on this block at this time. I'm like, yo, I was at that block like 3 to 5 minutes earlier than that happened. So that was anyways. I was like, and it was like the wrong address too. Like they hit the wrong address. So I would have got shot for nothing.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, man. Jersey is wild, man.
Yeah,
everywhere's wild.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Wild. Not gonna lie, this Afrizzo dude got a weird looking head. You know what, Grimes? You don't have to. Nah, bro. I'm outside your door. Pull up.
Do you know what's crazy is that I just seen that there's comments. Like I was on the private chat section the whole time.
I got you.
Dumb, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I can't be your man.
Dude, StreamYard, this is a cool app. What?
Yeah, word.
Yeah, dude, it is.
What? Yep. This is that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. It's been an honor, and the pleasure's all mine, man. Like having you guys here, there wouldn't be a podcast without guys like you out there doing what you're doing. So
appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I love doing it, sharing each other's communities, trying to bring them together. So, dude, it's been a good time. With that being said, we're going to wrap up the podcast, guys. So make sure you guys go check out StakksAG, AG Astral Fest, and get into what he's got going on over there. Check out Afrizzo. Look for him to have some food stuff down the road. Watch him play some amazing Rocket League. He's really good, so he's cracked. So if you want to see some good Rocket League play, go check him out.
Carry me.
Carry me, Daddy.
Dude, I was in champ. Listen, I'm sorry. I was up in champ, and I went all the way back down to platinum. So I need a little help. I'm back up to diamond again.
I might try to start like a little tournament team soon. Try to make some little extra money on the side. Do some high level tournaments and stream those. Get some like kind of like low key professional gameplay going on instead of me just solo queuing ranked all the time. Yeah. Right. So it'll just be a nice change of pace.
Listen.
Wait,
all I'm
saying, cheating on me?
No, you unfollowed me. My boo left. I don't know what to tell you.
You're canceled, bro. You're
just
done.
Got canceled, man.
Comban IRL.
Hey, listen, my boo left me. I'm trying to find a new boo. What's wrong with that? You said unfollow. I said, hey, need to get a new girlfriend.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thank you everybody for tuning in for today.
Goofy.
Hey, no problem. We're gonna get the credits rolling here, and make sure you guys tune in next week for nothin Presents every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're interviewing amateur Twitch streamers next week. We've got NG Frost Hydra. Check him out on the website. You can check out nothinpresents.com. Check that out. Frost Hydra for next week. And don't forget to check out StakksAG and Afrizzo and get that follow. And we're going to get these credits rolling, guys. Thank you so much for having this great, amazing podcast. And we will see you guys next time. Know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping the next time I'm here I have a face cam. I can see my face.
Love it, man.